So somebody comes over to me and he says, where does it say that I have to be mekarev my child ba'avoisai sahava with cords of love? Where does it say I have to be nice to my kid when he's spitting in my face and he's going against the Torah and he's going against the rules of the house? Where does it say? Where does it say? I'm only going to do things with daas Torah. So before I answered him, I said, so what are you doing now? What do you mean? I yell at him, I scream at him, I make him feel like 2 cents. He should know that it bothers me. He should see that he's killing me. I tell him, not in my house. So I asked him a question. I said, if you have a problem, your kid is rebelling and you're not sure what to do and you only care about daas Torah, so can you tell me, where does it say to do that? Where does it say that? So to be angry, kas, which is ki'ilu oved avodah zara, you don't need daas Torah. In other words, to just yell and scream and to do, that's fine. But to be nice, you need daas Torah. That's because you're a bad person. So if somebody's a sweet, nice person, there are people like that. And the kid's not behaving properly, and they're calm. Right? So then they need daas Torah to tell them not to be calm. And if they're angry and control freaks and they care about the neighbors and they have ego, all things that are human, but then you need daas Torah for me to be nice. Where I come from, the ground, the baseline of the way we act is Yud Gimel Midas Harachmim V'Alachta B'Drachov. Kas is fire. Where I come from, we don't make problems worse by doing things that don't work. Anyway, I told him afterwards, I'll tell you, the Baal Shem Tov and the Chazon Ish, and I started telling him all the Marmakaimis. You look in Raising Royalty, I wrote down already 2 svarim full of it. And in fact, it's everybody. Rav Pam Zatzal, and Rebbe Yashiv Zatzal, and the Satmar Rebbe Divrei Yoel Zatzal, and the Belzer Rebbe Zatzal, and all the Shlitas. I never found anybody that says the opposite. But he needs daas Torah to be nice. Isn't that funny? You need daas Torah to be nice, and it's there. But you don't need daas Torah to be mean. You don't need to daas Torah to be angry. I thought anger is usher. So don't you realize this is a challenge? It's a painful challenge, but it's a challenge not to get angry. It's a challenge not to push your kid out to make them worse. You know what the tzaddikim say? Gershon Edelstein said it straight out. And the Pele Yoyetz writes it. When you push away somebody with richuk, with small doicha, everybody says, what about small doicha? When you do that and the person gets worse, you are over lifnei iver leisitin michshel. You're causing them to be worse. We see that, b'poil. So you need so much daas Torah to tell us to be nice and to do things that work and to not make our kids worse. It's odd. Before you know what to do, and until you know what to do, be like Hashem. Rachum and Chanun.